technical problems. This is from my garden. It's not native, I'm sure. It's a viburnum, but it would qualify as one of those cluster rounded flowers. Each one of these is an individual flower, so single cluster, rounded clusters, and it has the most amazing smell. You can practically smell this across the street. So even though it's not native, I hope that maybe it can supplement what our moths are getting from the native plants. Okay, we're getting there, folks. Housefly, or there are all kinds of flies. I'm attracted to flowers that smell like spoiled meat and have the color of meat. Who knew that there were flowers that smelled like meat? You may have heard of skunk cabbage. That would be one. Okay, and our beautiful hummingbird. Lots of different hummingbirds. Now, interestingly, hummingbirds, I don't smell. So I look for bright red, orange, and yellow flowers. I like flowers with large petals and deep throats. Hummingbird has a long beak. I hover over the flower and dip the nectar soda with my tongue, or sip the nectar soda with my tongue, both. And finally, wind. Oh my goodness, who knew? Wind is a pollinator. Probably the trees and herbaceous plants that were early on from an evolutionary standpoint were pollinated by wind. And they may have evolved some over the thousands of years. So flowers that I pollinate generally have no petals, don't need a landing strip, no scent, wind doesn't need to know what a flower smells like, and no bright colors. So they're green, typically green. Okay, a couple of examples. This are the male flowers of a river birch. They just hang, and the wind moves the pollen. Pretty sure this is male because I can see the pollen right there. They're called catkins. Okay, I'm going to skip that. All right, so let's see. We're going to start our game now. We have a composite radial flat flowers. What do you think? Which pollinators? If you said bee or butterfly, you are correct. We'll put it in the bee pot. Here we have another composite radial flat flower, pink. What do you think? Bee or butterfly? You got it. We'll give it to the butterfly. Here we have a columbine, which is the same as this. Sometimes they hang upside down. They have kind of a deep throat. Who might like this? Well, a columbine would like the hummingbird to pollinate it. But sometimes you'll see butterflies and bees pollinating them as well. Oh, here we have a plant. It's a fern. I don't see any petals. I don't see any colors. What do you think? How does a fern move its spores? If you said wind, you are correct. Okay. Single, white, rounded clusters. What do you think? Let's see. Most likely a moth. Probably smells really good. This one's called a butterfly bush. Elongated clusters. What do you think? Bee or butterfly? We'll give it to the butterfly, since it's called a butterfly bush. Controversial dandelion. What do you think? Bee or butterfly? Yarrow. Cluster, single. Native. Bee or butterfly? Virginia bluebells, native. Now these hang, and they look like they're tubular, but they actually have a pretty short little flower. So I've read different things about what pollinates this. Bee or butterfly? If you said hummingbird, I'd give you credit for that too. Now this, Monarda. It's also called bee balm, but it has tubular flowers and it's red. What do you think? Hummingbird. Okay, we're going to speed this up a little bit. Probably poplars. You got it. No colorful flowers. This is wild ginger. Kind of lays on the bottom of the ground and smells like rotten meat. You got it. Fly. Only a few more, folks. Hang in there. Pink clusters. Yep. Bee or butterfly. Oh, here's another one. Viola. See the bee guides? Flat, single. Bee or butterfly. Oh, trumpet vine. This is yellow. Sometimes they're red. They have a long tubular flower. Hummingbird. Only a few more. Viburnum. Rounded clusters. White, have a lovely odor, strong scent. Yep, the moth. Probably a maple tree or an oak tree. No colorful flowers. It's leafed out already, but before that, had flowers with no petals. Green. Yep. Only a few more. Single. Oh, I'm sorry. Composite. Radial. Flat. Yep. And one last. Astilbe. This would be an elongated cluster. All different colors there. Lots of places to land. Be your butterfly. Okay, nice job. Nice job. I hope some of this is sunk in. My hope is that you'll be noticing flowers more. You'll be wondering, I wonder what pollinates that flower. I wonder if it's a native or a non-native. Next time we're together, I would like to explore native plants and why they're so important. I'd like to partner up with the Indiana Native Plant Society. I bet they have a lot of things to share with us. Some good news is that starting in May, stores that sell garden supplies, so it could be a garden shop or it could be a big store that sells garden supplies and plants and trees, can no longer legally sell a whole long list of invasive non-native plants, such as honeysuckle and winter creeper and autumn olive and a number of others. The list is inkberry. It's not inkberry, barberry. The list is very long, and that's good news, folks. So I'm hoping next time we're together, we can work together to come up with a plan as to how you and I and your teachers and parents can better support our pollinators, who I think are heroes and heroines for sure, in their efforts at plant reproduction and having baby plants. So, have a good evening.